loves, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, today's video is going to be talking about my tongue piercing, baby. Yes, so this is just a quick video on what I went through, what happened, what you can expect, how I feel right now, so on and such forth. This video is going to have to be as short as possible because my tongue is sore right now, and I took a painkiller before I started this whole thing, but I don't know when it's gonna kick in, so excuse that. So let's get started, okay? If you want to know what happened to your girl when I went to go get my tongue pierced randomly, then stay tuned. Alright guys, so first off, let's just give thanks for this beautiful light that I have right now to work with. I'm not yellow currently, like this is natural sunlight, baby. I'm so excited. So thank you, Lord. Thank you for having my YouTube video be lit. So this past week has been kind of up and down for me, like emotionally, like, you know, just kind of like going through, you know, stress, and I wasn't dealing with it that well at first. And as the week went on, I really decided to like go inward. I was like, girl, like you are the source of your happiness. You are the source of, you know, everything. And it's all about how you're thinking. So I was like, you know what? I went for a run. I went for a walk. Like I just started getting really physical, and I was like, all right, I'm feeling so much better. And then on, what's today? Today's Friday. I got it done Thursday. So Wednesday night, I'm home and I'm practicing makeup, and I'm like, you know, I've really always wanted to go get my tongue pierced. And, you know, that would be something that would really make me happy. Like it would just be me doing something for myself that I've always wanted. And I was like, you should do it. I follow a couple piercing places on Instagram. So I follow a couple piercing places on Instagram, and one place, they were like having different like specials and stuff, and I was like, girl, listen, like you got bills, so you don't have to go out here and go spend this money, you know, on getting a piercing. I was like, I told myself, well, if it goes on, like if they have like a special, then I would go. So lo and behold, the next day on Thursday, which was yesterday, I go onto the website on their Instagram page, the couple ones I follow, and they were all having specials. So I picked the least expensive one, and I went. Like after I had got off of work, excuse me, my lash is itchy. So after work, I decided to just go. So I took the drive all the way into the city, and I arrived at this place. Now, the place that I went to was called Skin Deep Tattoo. I could be wrong, but I think it's right. I'm sure if you look up Skin Deep Tattoo in Philly, there's only one place. It's like where all the Spanish people live, which is like one of my favorite freaking places to go, because this is like, oh my God, I love Spanish people. But I digress. So, you know, I go to the place, and it was very small. It was very small in there. And the piercings that day were only $15. So I was like, okay, all right, you know, let's go. Let's get it popping. I've had most of my piercings done at more expensive, like higher end places, and I've only gotten one other piercing that was from like a smaller, kind of like cheaper spot or whatever. So, you know, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into, and I knew what to expect, what not to expect, you know, having two different experiences. Now, this is not the first time that I've ever had my tongue pierced. I want to say almost 2 years ago, I had my tongue pierced. I had snake eyes. So for those of you who do not know what snake eyes is, that is when you have your tongue pierced horizontally. So right here, there are two silver balls, and they look like, you know, like snake eyes, like your tongue's like a little snake or whatever. Now, I got that done, and that was, oh, so horrendously painful. It was really, really painful. And technically, in the state of Pennsylvania, in Philly, you know, it's illegal to get that piercing. So that's kind of why I had to go to a cheaper place, because none of the other more reputable places, whoo girl, this is a workout for my, none of the other places would do it for me. And like, I am very determined. Like, if I want it, I want it. Like, so do it, you know? I'm that type of person. So I ended up finding a place, someone who was just like, yeah, I'll pierce it, whatever, and I got it done. Now, when I went this time, I ended up having to take that first piercing out because it started to give me issues with the bottom row of my teeth. It just kind of kept like clicking on it, and I was like, okay, this has to go. I love that piercing. I loved it, but it was kind of problematic. Like, the healing was like crazy long. My tongue was always like sore and swollen, and it just was like, oh my god, it was a nightmare to have that piercing. I loved it. It was so cute on me, trust me. But I had to get rid of it. So I always vowed that I would never get that piercing again. If I had to take it out, I would never get it, and I would just always get the vertical one if I ever went back. And I decided to go back. I decided to do this for myself. So I get to the piercing place, and I wasn't nervous. I signed everything, paid my money, signed the waiver, and walked over to the piercing station. Now, there was a girl that was piercing me this time, and I pretty much told her, like, literally, we were in the hood, and I could feel from her presence that I could be real with her. Like, I just was like, I just told her, like, you know, excuse me, but I'm about to cuss. I told her, like, listen, like, don't pierce it to where this is gonna fuck my teeth up. Plain and simple. Like, she started laughing. She was like, no, don't worry. Like, I know, you know, I've been doing this forever. She's like, it's not gonna mess your teeth up. She's like, some people just pierce it in these stupid places. She was like, don't worry, you're gonna be fine or whatever. I told her that I had a previous piercing. I told her I had the snake eyes. She's like, girl, it's gonna be nothing like that. Like, this is gonna be so easy. And it was. So moving on. She clamps my tongue. Before she did that, she dried my tongue and asked me to hold a paper towel up to my chin. Now, I know what that's for. That's for the blood and the spit, and the blood and the spit, you know, so that comes out. Now, some people, you know, when you go to a nicer place or a more expensive place where you're paying like $40, $50, $60 for a tongue ring, you know, they give you a nice little bib, you know. Mommy wasn't having that. She said, hold this right here. I said, okay, all right, I got you. So held it up. She dried my tongue off. She got the clamp, pulled my tongue out. It was not painful. She was cool. She pulled it out, and she didn't even mark it. She was a gangster. Like, she didn't even mark it. She made no markings. And she showed me the little needle, and she was like, here we go. So I said, okay. I'm expecting a countdown. Like, I was waiting on the 1, 2, 3, the uno, dos, tres, like nothing. She literally was like, oh, my eye's itching. Excuse me. She literally was like, take a deep breath and we're gonna do it. So I said, okay. So I take a deep breath, and I see her go under my tongue. I thought she was gonna pierce it from the top down. She pierced it from the bottom up. Now, that kind of like, it didn't scare me or startle me. It's just like, I wasn't prepared for that. So know that some people are gonna pierce you from the top down, some people are gonna pierce from the bottom up. I don't really think it makes a difference, seeing as how the needle has to go through both parts of your tongue anyway, like whatever. So she's doing it, and I inhale. She's like, boop, pops it in, and before I could exhale, she already had the jewelry in. I don't know how. Like, she was very fast. Like, it was like shloop. I don't know what that sound was, but that's the sound of the jewelry going in. Next thing you know, screw the balls on, bop, bop, boop, boop, and ladies and gentlemen, I have a tongue ring. And after she had already pierced it, she handed me some mouthwash. I rinsed my mouth out, spitty, and I was gone. It wasn't until I got in my car that I was like, she didn't ask me to rinse my mouth out before I got the piercings. I said, oh my goodness. I mean, what can you expect when you get a $15 piercing? I mean, for all I know, I mean, the same thing would have happened if I got pierced in like my friend's basement at like 18 or something. Like, I'm pretty sure that was pretty much the experience I had. But, you know, she had a bunch of piercings herself. I knew she knew what she was doing. I've been pierced before. I know what to expect. I knew not to come with the yuck mouth, you know, knowing that I'm about to get something pierced. So I took my own precautions. Before I got there, I made sure to eat a really big meal so that I wouldn't be hungry. I made sure not to be on any alcohol or any substances whatsoever, so you'd be like nice and, you know, focused, I guess. I don't know. Because I think like when you drink, when you smoke and stuff like that, it kind of maybe like makes the whole experience a lot more than it needs to be, and it's just like really quick. You could just whatever, so just go without it. I bought Motrin before I went, and I took one. Now I took it like right as soon as I walked in the door, so I know that the Motrin, it was like a Motrin 200. I know that it had nothing to do with the piercing. I know that I took that pain on my own, and I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, the pain was like a 3. I could definitely say it was a 3. I have other piercings and they hurt a lot more. So fast forward now, this is day 2 of my piercing. So cute. I will say that everything is going wonderful. My tongue is barely swelling. I haven't had really any swelling at all. Like, this bar is so long, and you see all that space? It's been spaced like that since I got the piercing. So it hasn't swollen up. It has not been giving me any problems. I made sure to keep a lot of ice around me. Every couple hours or so, every like 4 to 6 hours, I take some more painkillers. Like I said, nothing strong, nothing crazy, just generic Motrin, Tylenol, stuff like that, ibuprofen, and it's been helping. So right now I can talk to you. I can, you know, make this video without being in pain. As far as like eating, well, I've been having a lot of smoothies, a lot of, you know, banana and peanut butter smoothies and stuff for breakfast. And I had some French fries last night. Now listen, I love French fries, so I really couldn't not have them. I just took a painkiller and went for it. Afterwards, my tongue was a little irritated, but since I took the painkiller, it kind of just went away, so everything was cool. And yeah, so that's it. This is day 2 of my piercing. I'm gonna keep you guys updated because I know this video was kind of quick. I know I wanted to add some more information in it, maybe like pain scale from 1 to 10 of like all my piercings. So because I have 6 piercings and I have 6 tattoos. So, you know, coming up in the future, I'll probably do like a tattoo piercing body modification video, something like that. And I know you guys are gonna have more questions on how I'm caring for it, what I'm doing, you know, just more. It's just, this is the first, you know, the first taste of my piercing video. And yeah, I'm ready to go get some more ice for this thing and chill out. Here's my makeup look today, guys. I was like just so inspired by this beautiful blue that I have on the inner corner. And then the silver and everything just happened. I'm just feeling like real intergalactic, under the sea, just like tribal priestess. You know, I'm just giving it to you. I'm just doing a lot, you know? So guys, that's it for my video on my piercing, on my tongue piercing. Like I said, I'm gonna make another one. I'm gonna do follow-up videos. But of course, if you like this video and you like me, well, subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna keep making videos every Monday and Wednesday so far. I know today's Friday, but Monday and Wednesday is a tentative schedule. And I will always let you guys know on all of my other social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. Yes, I almost forgot. So feel free to follow me on there. And until next time, guys, I hope all is well with you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.